college, Nalinglinga, which trains Aboriginal people for ministry in the church, whatever their church may be. And that really reminded me of some of the activities that I undertook in Papua New Guinea. Early in my life as a student, as a seminarian, reading some of the Vatican documents, it became clear to me that the laity has a very important role in the work of the church, in the mission of the church. So that was at my mind. When I was at Borragona Parish in the Rigo district of Papua New Guinea, in Central Province, I had many outstations in which there was really nothing much happening in regard to the life of the church. People were baptized, we had Catholic school, we had some teachers, but there was often not ongoing prayer life and instruction. So I trained a group of prayer leaders, and I did some initial training for them for about 6 weeks, and then each year I'd bring them in 2 or 3 times for in-service. So training of lay people for ministry has been an important part of my ministry. Later I went to Borena Diocese, to Kabuna Pastoral Centre, where the work was precisely that, training lay people for ministry. I did training for prayer leader, catechist, readers. We did Bible courses, we did history courses, we did many things. And then later, when I was with the movement for a better world, living in Hagen, I did a lot of training courses, mainly for lay people from diocesan level. So this is an important part of the church. In the Second Vatican Council, it was made clear that every baptized Catholic has the right and the duty to exercise ministry in the church and to be part of the mission of the church. This has been reiterated in many documents, and Francis says it again in his latest encyclical, Fratelli Tutti, and he says in there, the laity is the heart of the people of God. The heart of the people of God in a totally ministerial church, which bases the identity and mission of every Christian in the sacrament of baptism. So we're all baptized with the same baptism and all have equal right to be able to work actively in the mission of the church. So there are 2 aspects of this. What happens in the church and what happens in the world outside the church. Now we know that many people receive ministries in the church, and the church confers ministries on lay people in the church. 4 extraordinary ministers of the Eucharist or communion ministers, readers, acolytes, catechists, teachers, and many other things. Parish councils, entry and participation in parish assemblies, diocesan assemblies, and all of these things. These are works in the church. And these are important, and many people have taken them up. There is also work, in a sense, outside the church. The mission of the church, the whole mission of the church, is to proclaim the word of God and to build up the reign of God in the world, so that the world becomes a place where God reigns, where God is first. The law and the love of God are paramount. And this is an important work of the church, a mission of the church. Now we say of the ordained ministers, their work in the church is to build up the whole body of the faithful so that everybody can undertake the mission of the church. So the ordained ministry classically is to preach, teach and to sanctify, to preach the word of God and educate people and teach. That's what we do in teaching people from primary school right through, and teaching people in special courses in the church, and teaching people about all the different sacraments as they receive them. But I want to move, and I won't finish it today, to the work of the layperson, the true mission of the layperson. It is not firstly and principally to those ministries within the church, because only a number of them can take that up. There's just not enough places. What of the rest of the laity, who do not become readers and lectors and singers and all the rest of those things? They all have baptism. They are all called to participation in the church. And this brings us to that the real mission of the church, of the laity, the real role of the laity in the mission of the church is to the world, outside the church, to the world. That is a real mission. I'll come back to that one in the next few days. Have a good day on mission and go well.